Silver stackers, gold bugs, and investors, this might be the best opportunity in precious metals in over a decade. The gold-silver ratio is telling us something important, and if history repeats itself, silver could be severely undervalued today. So, what is the gold-silver ratio? How has it moved historically? And most important, how can you use it to your advantage? Stick around and I will break it all down. The gold-silver ratio measures how many ounces of silver it would take to buy 1 ounce of gold. So, for example, if gold is $3,000 per ounce and silver is $30 per ounce, well, then the ratio would be 100 to 1 because it would take 100 ounces of silver to buy 1 ounce of gold. Pretty simple, right? Historically, the average ratio has hovered around 50 or 60 to 1, but in recent years, it's been much, much higher. Right now, with gold breaking $3,000 per ounce, silver is still hovering around $30 per ounce, meaning that the ratio is indeed around 100 to 1, which is one of the highest ratios in history. I'll explain what that means in a moment, but let's first take a look at some key historical trends. Also, stay tuned on how you can get your first silver coin absolutely free, no strings attached. More on that in a bit. So, in 1980, gold hit about $850 per ounce, and then silver hit $50 per ounce, which dropped the ratio to 17 to 1 when silver surged. Then, in the 2008 financial crisis, the ratio spiked to over 80 to 1, which then in turn made silver explode to nearly $50 an ounce again by 2011. Finally, in the 2020 COVID crash, the ratio spiked to an insane 120 to 1, which then made silver shoot up from about $12 to about $30 per ounce. Every time the ratio peaks, it has eventually dropped to bring the gold and silver ratio back to its sort of historical norm of about 50 or 60 to 1. Right now, the gold-silver ratio is over 100 to 1, which does suggest that silver is historically cheap compared to gold. If silver follows past patterns, we could see a major move upwards in the coming months or years. Does this mean silver is guaranteed to skyrocket? Well, no, not necessarily. But if history is any guide, gold might be leading the way and silver could be next. Not to mention, this is a good time to note that I am not a financial advisor and this is just one man's analysis of the situation. Make sure you understand the risks before putting your hard-earned money into silver or any other investment for that matter. All right, I get it, but how do you actually take advantage of the situation? Well, there are 3 main ways. One is you can stack physical silver, which of course is my bread and butter. I suggest focusing on junk silver and government issue silver bullion because they are the most recognizable, they're the most liquid, but of course, anything with a good premium, whether it's bars, rounds, or coins, get a low premium and you'll be good. The second way is with what are called gold to silver swaps. So if you already own gold, you might consider trading some of it for silver. Then when silver goes up, you can keep it, sell it for cash, or even trade it back in for gold and then end up with more gold than you started with. Not bad at all. I've done that and I've been very successful with it. And finally, the third is buying silver on paper through either silver ETFs or mining stocks. If you want more exposure, look at the silver-focused investments that you can buy on paper, and this is great, especially if you want to invest immediately and pay no premiums. Obviously, as the silver picker, I'm mostly into physical precious metals, and one of the single best places to buy silver or gold is on Whatnot. If you don't know what Whatnot is, it is a live video auction app in which bidders and sellers come together in real time to buy and sell all sorts of cool collectibles. Obviously, I'm mostly into coins and precious metals, but they've got everything. If you collect it, it's on Whatnot. And if you use my link, whatnot.com/invite/silverpicker to download the app, you'll get $15 in credit to spend on anything you want, whether from me at one of my auctions or from any of the other great sellers on the app. Plus, if you want to just snag a free silver coin that I was talking about earlier, you can get that right now by using my link, downloading the app, and going straight to my Whatnot shop and grabbing one of the $15 silver Walking Liberty half dollars. Free silver, you can't beat it. Also, if you have coins or collectibles that you want to sell, well, you can use my seller link, whatnot.com/invite/seller/silverpicker, and Whatnot will match you up to your first $150 in sales. So if you sell $150 worth of coins or collectibles, they'll pay you $300. Amazing. Silver is more volatile than gold, so if gold drops, well, silver could fall even harder. Another risk is that gold could just keep outperforming. The ratio doesn't guarantee anything, it's just a historical record. Silver might not catch up. The 50 or 60 to 1 ratio is just a historical average, not a scientific law. And finally, market timing is a dangerous game. Silver could stay cheap for a really long while before making a move, so don't overextend yourself further than your finances can handle. So where is silver ultimately headed? Well, nobody really knows for sure. No one has a crystal ball, but with gold over $3,000 an ounce, the big question is, will silver follow? Some analysts certainly think silver could hit $50, $75, or even $100 per ounce in the next few years. But whether or not that happens, the gold-silver ratio is a powerful tool for spotting undervalued metals and making smarter stacking decisions. So what do you think? Is silver about to break out, or will gold keep dominating? Let's talk about it in the comments, because we all learn from each other, maybe even more than my videos. Well, don't tell YouTube that. But anyway, if you liked this video, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, because I have tons and tons of videos on precious metals, coin collecting, and much more. So anyway, I've got a lot more awesome stuff coming down the pike, so stay tuned, and until then, Silver Picker out. If you think that videos like this are important for the public, consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/silverpicker and get access to our private Discord server, truly the most welcoming and easy place to learn about coin collecting and precious metals investing.